Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of 1.4 update on Stardew Valley here on your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Well, I have received some comments in the comment section and those were some useful tips, so Mariela, thank you once again. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of running into a big issue over here. I have to water all of this. But there were some pretty damn useful tips even for the newly added content, so I will definitely have to take a look at that. Now, from the previous episode, you will be able to see what potentially I might try to pull off on this farm. However, that might be subject to a change in the future. That is due to the fact that the planner site did not contain the fish ponds, so I wasn't really sure how to fill it out. Plus, I kind of ran into issue with where in the world will I put my silos, as if I'm gonna put into the left sector of this farm 2 coops and 2 barns potentially, or how many did I manage to squeeze into the upper corner, well, that's gonna require quite a large amount of food for the animals. So I'm gonna definitely have to keep that in mind. And due to the layout of the entire map, I kind of had an issue to place them in some sort of decent place where they would not obstruct anything. So potentially the corner behind the collection box can be used for silos. The small space next to the shrine of your granddad can be used for a silo. But other than that, I had issue finding a decent enough space because I really don't want the silo to be obstructing a view of something behind it, so that, you know, I will potentially miss out on collecting a crop or missing some sort of notification or just about anything. That's why I also try to put my scarecrows in the crossroad so that they do not obstruct any sort of plant behind them so I forget to water them or something stupid like that. Anyhow, we have a list here apparently. And this one apparently is from Robin. So this is about the potential upgrades for the house. So I will definitely try to keep this series going strong, and maybe hopefully therefore I will be actually able to cover a lot of upgrades, finally get married in this game, and see how that turns out. The thing is, I however still do not know who do I want to marry from the villager NPCs. It's easy to start off with Leah, but not much of a... I don't know, just blonde girls don't do it for me, so I might have to try my luck elsewhere. Okay, so based on the comments, I am not keeping all the stuff in my inventory, so that was a good call out. The reason why I'm not picking up the copper in the small area on my farm is due to the fact that with low mining skill, and before I actually access the mines in the mountain, you will not get that much out of the copper nodes. Plus, you can spend quite a lot of energy on, well, breaking apart the nodes, and if you get like 3 up to maximum 5 copper out of all the nodes that have spawned there, well, that would be a better result. Now, one of the newly added content on the game was the training rod. This might be something that I really would like to take a look at, so potentially I will definitely do so. Now when it comes to the overall farming and the layouts, like I said, I might try to change a thing or two, but overall, other than that, I will still try to go for certain crops. In spring, summer, fall, I will of course try to cover the crops that are necessary for the bundles for the community center. But if I would manage to pull off this series into year 2, let's say, well then, for example, if the summer would roll in, I would prefer to actually grow starfruit instead of melons. I do realize that they take longer to grow, but on the year 2 you have access to the deluxe speed grow. So basically you can even out the playfield, and you might potentially get a couple of harvests throughout your summer. Now how much can potentially cost the training rod, I do wonder, and I do hope I'm gonna come across something forageable here. Apparently not that much of a luck. Shoo! You're scaring off the fish. Okay, Willie, let's take a look. 25. It's a lot easier to use than other rods, but can only catch basic fish. Okay, so let's take a crack at the training rod. Gonna store this stuff over here. So basically this means if we take a look, for example, at the flounder, we see that this is a silver star quality fish. Now the training rod should therefore mean that I will catch fish such as the chub and smallmouth bass. Well, of course I'm not gonna catch it in the salt water or the ocean, but this should mean that whatever fish I will extract out of the water should be only of the basic quality. So it will not probably sell for the best value, but if you keep some of these fish in your inventory, for example, and later you will unlock the maki roll recipe, well, you will be able to utilize them for the maki rolls, and they give you a nice chunk of energy, some HP, but yeah. You will just have to think about what will be more worth it for you. So far we caught one sardine. I would definitely hate to spend most of my day here just fishing. Okay, we are actually getting a treasure chest with the training rod. So I do wonder what's the potential of getting something decent out of this. Okay. So even with the training rod and on not that much of a lucky day, you can pull off something decent from the treasure chest. An emerald is pretty decent find, honestly. Okay. Now someone has to explain to me why in the world am I getting 2 treasure chests for the training rod. I really do not know that much about this rod other than the fact that I will be pulling basic quality fish. The cool thing about this when you start off the game is one thing. You do not have to be afraid that your inventory will be filled with the same species of fish, just with different quality. So for example, instead of me having sardine of silver quality, base quality, and having multiple slots filled out, I will just pick up the basic sardine. Now the unfortunate thing is that the selling price of the fish is not that high. But I mean, if you are starting off in Stardew Valley, the purchase of the training rod is not the worst idea. Obviously you can pull the treasure chest. You will have, well, it looks like you have better skill fishing, but you are sacrificing the value of the fish which you get. Also, keep in mind that higher quality fish will give you better boost in energy and HP. And this is actually third freaking treasure chest which I'm pulling, and I have obtained a lot of coal. Now seaweed I need to keep for the potential of having one day the fish pond. The question is, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna try to catch one fish with the bamboo rod, see the potential difference, and then I'm gonna run off to the rest of the map. I do want to get my hands on more wood, so I do realize fishing here is not the best idea therefore, and as you can see, switching back to the bamboo rod has decreased the green bar which I'm using in order to reel in the fish. And it made a difference because I actually managed to catch a silver star sardine. So as you can see, there is 3 HP and 5 energy difference. And okay, I definitely need the 300 wood to get to the coral and to the sea urchin over there. Now it's gonna probably take a while till I unlock the community center. So my priority right now is not to... Okay, we do need actually the green algae for the bundle as well. Okay, Clint is looking for 15 copper ores. There's no way you can fulfill this in the start of the game, especially since the mines are still locked. So the question here is, should you feel tempted to purchase seeds now, or wait for your first parsnip harvest and then invest into the kale? What you need to realize is also that while I do want to get the kale for the second harvest in order to prepare decently enough for strawberries, which I can purchase for 100 gold for a seed during the egg hunt festival. I do know that I have an emerald, I do know that I have a diamond, but I would rather hold on to those for now. The reason why I want to hold out to those as well is that if you drop these guys off at the museum, you are filling in the quests which will eventually give you 9 seeds of cauliflower. So overall, the price of the cauliflower might be more than the price of the minerals which you will be putting in. Especially, of course, you don't have to go with the diamond and the emerald specifically. I don't know how your progress is ongoing. I'm just going based on the information and the save file of mine. So in order for me to fulfill the first bundle, which I can fulfill definitely, is the spring crops. So for that we require parsnip, green bean, cauliflower, and potato. Potato grows the same period or same amount of days as kale, but it's cheaper. You don't have to harvest it with your scythe, but you will not get as much of a return from potatoes compared to kales. But if you want to finish the bundle and eventually have the resources for making hash browns and other recipes, go nuts. I usually go with some potatoes. I don't know. French fries are French fries, what can I tell you? And it's actually interesting that even though you can make yourself some oil, there is not a recipe for French fries. Or is there? Someone let me know in the comment section. I never finished all the recipes in this game. I am afraid I would have to spend like 20 years in the game in order to actually manage to do that, just because of the fact that some of the recipes which you obtain are given to you specifically by increasing your friendship with the villagers themselves. And right now, I see a mosquito sitting on my window curtain, so I'm gonna excuse myself and go try and kill that mosquito, and then we can proceed further. Okay, the mosquito is gone. Man, I hope I won't be reported for cruelty against animals on this video. But I don't want to wake up with a ton of mosquito bites in the morning, so what the heck. Anyhow, yeah. Pierre will leave the store at 4 p.m. So it's 3:50. Question is if I want to go for the kale right now, or if I want to wait out and potentially get my hands on the kale right now. I am gonna actually hold out on the purchase of the seeds. This is due to the fact that on Friday, which is next day, this is the first day when the traveling cart will arrive to the Stardew Valley for you to interact with. When I played one of the first days in Stardew Valley in one of my files, I actually managed to come across the traveling cart, and on first Friday of spring, she actually had coffee bean for 200 gold. I kid you not. So I definitely purchased the coffee bean, and by the end of the summer, I have picked up a lot of coffee because I also planted the first 4 seeds which I received from the plant. So by the end of the summer, I had a pretty decent harvest. Some of it was turned into coffee, and some of it was preserved or reserved for another spring where I started to grow even more coffee. So overall, I feel like I should stop yapping and start moving. But this was a nice little visit over here. Louis, you are in my way to take a look at the notice board, or the calendar to be more specific. So Louis's birthday is the first one we can come across. Louis likes parsnips, so it's a good thing that I'm growing so many of them. Plus, you require actually 5 parsnips for the quality bundle. I mean 5 gold star quality parsnips. Sorry. And if you manage to pick those up, you do not have to wait till summer to get your hands on quality melon and quality corn, because in one of my saves I actually managed to finish the spring season with only 4 gold star quality parsnips, so I was forced to actually finish off the quality bundle in fall when I picked up the 5 gold star quality pumpkins. And if you can finish the bundle as soon as possible, then I definitely advise you to do so. Some of these bundles will give you pretty decent rewards. Will I come across more high-end fish so that I will have energy to chop down more wood, so potentially I can gain access to the other part of the beach? And holy moly, I just caught largemouth bass. And it's even a silver star quality. So I would be super mad if I would have kept the training rod here. It would be easier to catch it. I might have been able to actually open up the chest. But, well, you need largemouth bass for one of the community center bundles. And later on, I do believe there is a quest for Jody where you need to drop off the largemouth bass for a dinner when you come to join her, Sam, and Vincent for a family dinner evening thingy. So I'm gonna need a few of these as well. Job is also required for the community center, but I mean that's gonna take still some time. So 72 energy. That's gonna last us for a while. I'm gonna sell the 2 herrings and 4 sardines. So we're gonna get some sort of income at least today. Now let's take a look at what are our options. I can plant the mixed seed over here. I'm gonna water it. No, I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna water it. I'm gonna take a look at how much wood do I have. 263. So I should be able to manage to get to 300. And if I do that, I can go still back to the beach and build that bridge. So these I cannot work with because I would require actually upgraded tools. So maybe start clearing out the other segment of the farm. Please don't drop everything into this small body of water. 297. 300! Okay, wonderful. I managed to pull this off. And maybe I will not be required to, I don't know. Okay, 300. And I don't know what I will not be required to do. I totally blacked out there for a second. I am missing maple seed in order to make the snack. Not sure if I want to eat the horseradish. I would rather eat the green algae. So let's do that. This is due to the fact that if I'm gonna manage to get back to the beach, I'm gonna try to squeeze in a bit more fishing potentially. And therefore I'm gonna have more money to work with. Because right now there are 2 priorities which I need to keep in mind. On the next day I will get the harvest of the parsnips. And that would mean some income. However, the parsnips are not the best crops for value. So I need 2,000 for the first upgrade of my backpack so that I have 24 slots in my inventory available. And I also require seeds in order to actually start growing the second harvest. This is a bit annoying. This is pretty decent harvest for the first attempt. I'm not sure that the beach will provide me this much bounty on the next episode. And I even had a situation when during the summer season when more shellfish is washed out onto the shore did not spawn at all. Like I came throughout the 3 days or 2 days when the event is ongoing and I came across like 2 coral max. I had 0 rainbow shells, nothing. No oysters, no nothing. Gold star halibut. 14 energy left. 7 energy left. So if I cast one more time, potentially I can catch one more fish, but I don't think I wanna try my luck that much. Let's see if I can capture this fish. Gold star quality halibut will earn me some decent chunk of change. Yeah, it's getting late, so I'm gonna probably pack it up. But once again, thank you for calling out the training rod. This is definitely a good addition for any potential newcomers who have just discovered this title. So, if you are struggling with fishing, go and check out the training rod. It's only 25 gold. So you will not suffer financially if you get this, and the potential return will be actually provided to you due to the fact that, well, you will catch ton of fish even though they are of a basic quality. But that will be it for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. Once again, my content is being improved based on your feedback, so please leave those comments in the comment section. Maybe recommend the channel. Check out the channel for more content, and hopefully I will see you on the next upload. Till then, I wish you all the best, and bye bye.